Hello, everybody, and please like and subscribe. It's too early. It's too early. It's too early. I haven't even. And welcome to episode number 59. Yes. Oh, I almost forgot. I was a little bit unsure there. Not much to say. I always realized I took too much shit in the beginning, but the usuals. I still haven't updated the layout because the files are still lost, and there are more important things at hand at the current moment in my own personal life that I have to take care of. For example, Felicia leaving and making me sad. Anyways, apart from that emotional trauma, we will just kind of get right into the question of the day, which is, I haven't thought about this myself. We're realizing not much has necessarily changed from last time. What can I ask?
There's a good one. There's a very easy good one you can ask.
Yeah, which is who will die?
Oh. No, are we finally going to make it out of the city today?
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I will do something different, which is kind of in the same line. Is will the light commander propose a problem to you guys trying to escape? Do you think he will make it into appearance? Okay, I got two quick yeses. All right.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. We're not out of the woods.
Nothing is ever as easy as it seems in Jack's world.
Okay, you know what? To flavor this, since you're all on the same page, I guess, what is he going to do that will cause a problem to you guys? Starting off with the guy who never has any time to think about this question, but here we go.
Yeah. I'm Greg, and I'm playing Iric Spanner, the human artificer. Immediately, I don't think he's going to pose a problem to us. What I do think he's going to do is track us. And I don't think we are capable enough to be aware of it, which is terrifying. We haven't thought much about being tracked, so that's the worrisome part for me.
Yep, I'm Matt, Typiera. Good times. Wizard. Yeah,
The good times wizard.
The good times wizard, yeah. I think pretty similar. I think it's gonna see that, if we can get rid of the section of the dome, he's gonna see it. It's around the entire city. So he's gonna see that. He's gonna see what's happening. He's gonna be like, hey, what's going on? Then he's gonna get the information and be like, oh, stop them, kill them, bring them back. I want to wring their necks, and then cut off their fingers. So yeah, he's gonna send somebody after us as we're leaving the city. So it's not over. This is gonna be a fight to the death for a while.
Right.
I am Skit, and I play Isarel Leafina, the druid cleric. Yeah, I think he's going to see or feel the disturbance in the dome around the city, and he's gonna send more henchmen our way. I don't think we're actually going to see him physically. I think if anything, we're gonna either see like an illusion of him or hear him in our heads, but I don't think he's going to make an actual appearance. I think he's just gonna send more crazy bastards at us.
Felicia, playing Jade. I'm kind of on the same page as Greg. I think that we are going to be tracked and we're going to be watched very closely to see what we do. And based on being watched, I feel like something's going to try to sabotage us at every step of the way, because they're like 2 steps ahead of us, essentially.
Interesting. So basically 2 people are convinced that you will be watched or surveyed, and 2 people who think that the consequences will be immediate, and that you guys will have to keep on fighting your way through the henchmen. Well. Interesting. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Because of all you guys have to get rid of this dome. It will then. Let's see if it will happen. Excuse me, Jesus Christ. I shouldn't drink carbonated drinks before the session starts. It really is a recipe for disaster. Anyways, let's go with the intro. Oh no, let's keep coming. Oh my god.
Our Messiah has ventured back, but the seeds have been planted, and we have all the necessary tools to finally continue our preparations, Your Holiness. So he has disappeared. How unfortunate. His contribution to our faith was quite useful. Then we shall proceed with our next step. The words of the Dead Sea Scrolls will us to embrace the chaos and the pools of blood that will be spilled as a result of it. Our next goal is hidden, but we shall find it. Old blood will lead us to war, and this time we shall not fail to collect the blood again. For now we possess the dagger and the chalice, and surely this war will suffice to satisfy it. Oh, prayer to the red moon. May your scarlet light bless us. We who follow in the rivers of blood that you spill. Bless us. Oh, scarlet moon. Bless us. Oh, scarlet moon. Bless us. And may we drink from the blood that guides us.
There we have it, and let's come to the quick recap. You guys still in the city, found out or got a quick update on what has been happening here, and quite aware of what's happening globally or continentally. So instead you kind of just went with information you got. Seems like the suspicious figures that you had been suspicious of from the beginning are proving to be suspicious. Specifically Alfredi Septimus and of course Duke Kronberg, who recently had a meeting within the now occupied Sunania of the Holy Blood Order. And after conferring with the allies that still exist within the city, you were given a little bit more information, but also a way to potentially escape this domed capital. You would have to get rid of at least one of the beams, which will temporarily kind of create an opening within the dome, which you can then use to escape, since no magical transportation is or can be used to get out or inside of the dome. As such, you will have to try and physically get yourselves out there, which will only be possible by kind of exposing the dome itself. You went there with the 3 adventurers, Tenaria, Veltrix, and Goran, who you have been traveling with throughout Hell, and kind of assaulted one of the blood beams that are keeping the dome up. It was a very heavy fought fight, which unfortunately didn't quite go your way. Specifically, Eirik wasn't there from the begin with. He was currently occupied by, being taken away from Tapat Guy. And as the fight continued on, it slowly turned quite bad, quite fast. Everyone falling, especially since Fiera got kind of put away in a different dimension, kind of tasting a bit of her own magic, I guess. Not allowing her to help her friends. And as such, you were kind of slowly picked off by the cleric who was hiding in the Dome of Darkness and the Crusaders who were assaulting you. And as all seemed to be naught, even when Eirik returned, all of you were down, and Fiera was giving herself up. Sinafor came last minute to help you guys and managed to turn the tides of victory barely, even with the help. And that is kind of where we left off, where you have dealt with all of the immediate threats, which are the Crusaders and the Cleric. However, we're going to switch to the map for you again. There's still one problem, which is there are still cultists surrounding, or I should say fanatic individuals whose minds are lost to the magics being used here, that are surrounding this blood well that is creating this blood beam. So the last thing that has happened is the last Crusader was killed by Xenafor. And now there is a moment of silence where each of you are kind of taking in a deep breath, kind of realizing that the situation has cooled down a little bit, but not much. What you guys want to do?
I'm going to call out to Fiera inside the dome, but inside the darkness, but also to my friends that are around. Do you guys have any way to push these fanatics away? Because I can dispel the darkness one more time.
What do we mean push them away? Are we like trying to kill them?
We don't have to kill them to stop the ritual. They're just...
They're
They're
stuck
fanatic.
into place, right?
Yes, we just need to jar them enough to run, and then be far enough away that they don't run at us.
I mean, easiest thing I can think of for me is my force cannon. I can just shoot at them and just push them a little bit. It does damage.
But we're not in turn order, right? But
No. It's combat is basically. I guess I can actually stop it since Tornado is basically.
Head toward the movement so I can see again.
I'm just kind of like leaned over and like my hands on my knees and just gone like I'm just looking worn out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
we're
then-
all kind of.
All
We
I
don't have
have
to-
is just my blade.
Okay.
We need to see, right?
Yeah, we do need to see.
How about you dispel the darkness, and then we destroy one of the sigils? Or both, if we can. And
I
then we
can-
can deal with the fanatics.
Yeah, we can do that. At least let's get rid of the darkness so we know what we're doing. This is the last time I can do it.
Okay, let's all get ready. Like I said, there's one on each side, so
if you can perhaps, I know Jade, you only have your blade. I don't know if like breaking off the stone
it
would
looked
work.
like to me it kind of felt like they engraved it in the ground, which means we need to disrupt that engraving, destroying it with some physical force. I don't know if magic will actually work. We need to break it.
Well, I can change my axe into a hammer.
Okay.
I'm not the most mobile, but I did take a long sword so I can help scratching off, you know.
Sure. Can I get the pickaxe, Eirik?
I already got it out for you.
My handy dandy.
Okay.
I mean, do we think my force cannon's gonna actually do anything? You said we can't use magic.
Force.
I
You can try.
I think, yeah.
I mean, if anything, we can use against the
try.
fanatics as well,
Yeah.
because we need to be away from them.
Yeah.
The last one just about drained all my life force. So.
Okay. So let's split up in teams of 2 on each side so that we can like work on both at the same time.
Yeah, so I switched my axe into a warhammer, and then I put my shield on my back so that I can wield this hammer with 2 hands.
Mm-hmm.
I'm attaching my force ballista cannon.
Alright. And then while you're kind of, talking, such as Xenophore will just also kind of step back, and then she will say, right, well, we don't want to spend too much time here. While you take care of the sigil and the rest of these fanatics, I will keep an eye out, and if more reinforcements will come, I will let you know beforehand so you have enough time to escape, alright?
Yes, good idea.
Do we even know where we're going? I just showed up, by the way.
We're running out, and then we'll figure out exactly where we're going.
Where is out?
North.
That's my
Outside
question.
the
Out of the dome.
So,
Yes.
after this beam is broken, north. Then you will get to the inner city walls. If I remember correctly, Azrael, you have a way to teleport, at least all of you, outside of this place.
Outside of the city, yeah.
After you're in the fields, the dome still extends beyond that. You will have to run further out and hopefully make it outside of the dome and get to the outer walls of the farmsteads. It is a long way still. During that time, well, we will pray that not the entire forces will be alarmed that the barrier has been broken down. But like I said before, expect the Light Commander to make an appearance.
Very well.
Right. Good luck. And she kind of turns around and starts to dash up one of the roofs and starts to make her way.
Alright, let's do this so we can get out of here.
Okay, I'll try to handle the right one, but yeah, more help would be great.
I'll prioritize with you, and then if Eirik has if it's not working for him, I can quickly go over to the other side.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna go on on Irik's side in that case. And at least start scratching. Okay. Are you guys ready?
Let's go.
Yeah.
That is
Okay.
clever beef.
All right. I am going to dispel magic and use my last 4th level slot for it.
All right. And the dome once again flickers out, and you can see the 2 runes within it also start flickering on as they try to recast darkness on this area again. Then all of you can either make a, since you're whacking it, make an attack roll with the weapon you are doing, or if you're using a tool like Fiera, for example, you can make a straight strength check, but with advantage since you are using a tool. And yeah,
I'm gonna stay outside of where the dome is in case for whatever reason it comes back on. I'm not trapped inside darkness.
Okay.
Have you slung a sword before?
It is the very first time Isorel is using a sword in her entire life, and it shows.
Okay.
It absolutely shows. She's like, yeah.
Yeah, they.
Wow, I rolled a 1 for damage.
Yikes. Okay. So this will happen. I saw you dispel the magic, and then you run there. And then you start to whammy it. And probably as you're kind of running there, the sword is so heavy it just slips out of your hand midway trying to run towards it, and you don't even get to hit it. While Jade, you just kind of bash in with your warhammer, and you do manage to crack the stone where the sigil is in, and you can see a very visible flicker coming from the rune itself, notifying you, Farah, that it's definitely weakening. And even with a 12, thanks to the damage already made by Jade, kind of crack in with the pickaxe, managed to find a spot where it has already been weakened by the blow that Jade made, and cracking it open, creating a big enough crack and rift inside of the rune that it gets deactivated. And you can definitely see that the side where this dome was kind of becoming more and more opaque on your side disappears. While Eirik, you just put your force ballista there, and does it shoot ammunition, or how do you always imagine?
It's more like you know how like sound waves look?
Yeah.
In like the ripples in the air. That's kind of the effect that it does. It's not actual ammunition.
Okay. Yeah, you shoot your force ballista, just creating a thunderous ultrasonic wave that is targeted on the stone. And since your magic is kind of physical based, it isn't like arcane or sorts of that, it uses like physical properties to do its stuff. It does kind of penetrate the kind of arcane kind of protective sigil that is on it, and manage to break through it, and then also crack open the stone itself without having to rely on Isorel for any help as she gets there a few seconds later. But you do enough damage where also this sigil just gets kind of broken away, as most of the kind of surface of where it was carved in just kind of gets reshaped by the impact of your force ballista, also successfully disabling the rune on this side as well. And you can immediately see that the opaqueness of the dome completely disappears, and there's no darkness here any longer.
Okay. All right. Next step: everybody get their distance, and we scare them off.
Yep.
I will head to the bodies. Just take a moment to look around.
Oh, I have your stuff, by the way, Fiera.
Oh, I do need those. Yes. Okay, yeah, I'll just walk to him toward Eric.
I'll just give you whatever it was that I collected that you dropped.
Yeah.
It's also your towered Eric, so you can place it wherever you want to since you have whipped it out.
Okay, let's do this somewhat methodical. Go clockwise. They act pretty wild, so just be ready.
Okay.
Sitting at your doors.
Nope.
Someone behind you speaks.
Sorry. Sorry.
Stay still populate. Well, whoever wants to fire, I will be back here watching.
So we're just picking them off as best we can.
Just scare them. Hit them if you must, but we need to break them out of whatever condition they're in.
This one here. I'm gonna throw a firebolt at it.
Okay, which one?
This one here.
Ah, okay, the furthest then.
Jeez.
Yes.
I
The
just
one
feel
that
like-
is the furthest away from my friends and myself.
Yep.
So I'm just gonna shoot a firebolt at it. That's much better.
Hey.
That's a 20.
Yep. That's what Isarel does. She does spells, not swords.
Yep. Yeah, you can roll your
Yep,
damage.
there it is.
Okay,
There it
12
is.
damage. Make a constitution save from this guy. It is a 9, which breaks it, so you immediately hit it. He gets ignited into flame, starts screaming frantically, looking around in a deep panic, and I will roll. Yep.
This might be a chain reaction.
Would be good if it was.
And he starts immediately running towards you as well, in your direction.
Oh no.
As he,
All good, all good.
he just
As
screams.
he's running, can I use a reaction to use my cannon
Yeah,
at him
yeah,
to push him out of the direction?
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
A 14 will still hit,
Oof.
and it was 9 additional damage. You just kind of puncture his side, and he gets
And it
jolted.
pushes him 5 feet away from the direction of the cannon, so I'm basically changing his trajectory.
Yep. He gets kind of pushed there to the side immediately as he gets a new bump. Anything else anyone else wants to do?
I'm gonna so I can target 2 at the same time with my Eldritch Blast, or 3.
Yep.
So I'm just gonna scream, "Heads up!" And then I like blast one at this one, those 2,
Okay.
and then I'll do so those 3.
To the top half.
Yeah.
Gonna get dangerous.
Yeah.
Yep. 16 will hit. 18 will hit. And a 29 will
Oh.
definitely hit. Jesus Christ.
Good shots. Good shots.
While she's throwing those eldritch blasts, can I firebolt again this guy
Sure.
that is running at me? Okay, so take care of your stuff, Jade. I'm gonna roll right after.
Okay. Running that.
There we go.
20 there.
gosh. What is he? Sorry.
So, con saves for the 3.
Do you have a hex, or I don't know how your hexes work.
So I already used my free hex, and then the other ones is a spell level slot,
Oh, okay.
and I don't have any spell slots left.
Okay. Okay.
Oof.
Wow.
All 3 of them
Focus.
actually surprisingly make it. The other one will...
Yeah, this is still going at Izrael. I can try to trip him.
Yeah.
Alright, I will sapping sting and try to take the strength of his legs if you want to do a con save for him.
Oh, okay. Do you have to touch them?
That's 30 feet, so I just have to move up a
Oh,
little bit.
okay. Then another con save coming right up. It was 11. He
Oh,
failed.
it actually hit. Cool. So he's prone and 9 damage.
With 9 damage, you actually kill him.
Oh, I took a blow too much out.
You just take his energy out, and he's like already fading. He's bleeding profusely out of his wrist, and you see him slouch down and land.
Oh, avoid the blood. Do not go in their blood.
Do not
Warning
go
everyone
in the...
now. Do not, no
Good-
blood. Don't
good-
touch
good-
their blood.
good.
Don't go in the pool of blood.
I was definitely not searching for a vial to collect blood with. Definitely not. Thank you for that warning.
Bad blood.
Okay, thanks for the warning.
Yeah,
Should I
that
blast
worked.
him again?
Yep, 5 more to go.
All right.
Are we
blast
doing
him.
all like a group attack like that? Because if more than one of these
I back up.
gets loose, that might be dangerous. Do we just do one at a time?
We should probably try to target one at a time and let them run away if need be.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll send all 3 of my blasts at one
Alright.
on that one.
Okay. 12 hits?
Yeah, they're not wearing armor. They're like unclothed,
Yeah.
a cross on their back or barbed wire or whatever.
Yep.
Ooh,
Oh,
2 of
dang.
them were max damage.
Holy shit. It's 28.
Sick.
28 from a cantrip?
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
Eldritch Blast is a D10, and if I take a specific invocation, I can add my charisma modifier to the damage.
Sounds good.
It's insane.
16 unfortunately makes it. Dang. Doing pretty damn good. But you can see like you're sapping away. Like some overpowering will is keeping him stationed there and focused on this incantation. But his body physically seems very weak at this point, as you already blasted him several times.
It's the pool I went to. I had to go up steps, so it's like a foot tall, right?
Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, it's like a 2 feet tall.
Ira, can you maybe hit the pool and see if the blood will come out?
Yeah. I don't see why I couldn't. Do we think that's a good thing? If you say don't go in the blood, and now we're spreading the blood.
Hope you don't make it go a different direction. Like maybe hit it on like the west side or east side, so the pool's that way.
Yeah, I try to.
Right? Oh,
I'll try to shoot the edge of the pool right there.
Alright.
See if that does anything.
Mhm.
I'm gonna start dragging our friends back, kind of out of the way.
Goddamn.
Kind of go up there.
19 damage. Yeah, you just aim on the corner of this well. Crack the side of the well, and you can immediately see that the blood starts to leak out. And as soon as it does so, you can see that the beam that is, was like a very symmetrical beam starts to kind of drift out and follows kind of the pool of blood that is now starting to spill out of the well, so kind of reshaping into whatever the surface area is. But you can see that the density of the light beam is fading as it's kind of expanding, meaning that the magic itself is less focused as it's now kind of supplied to a wider range area. And yeah, it seems to be heavily weakening whatever effect is kind of going to the sky, and you can already see the effects at the sky as you look at as the kind of somewhat perfect dome starts to like kind of shimmer and lose its opaqueness as more of the blue sky is starting to pierce through than the red tinted hue that it was before.
Okay. We're good in there.
Should I instead aim at... I mean, I do force damage with this. Should I make a bigger hole?
Either way, less blood that goes in from those people, or less blood in the pool, both are good.
Alright. I'll shoot 3 blasts at the side of the well.
Yep. 21, 20, 16. All of them can definitely hit the side of a well. Oof. Oof.
Oh, come on.
Oh,
God.
man. The
No
success
way.
immediately met with failure. You create like a minor crack at the side in splinters, and a bit of poo starts to dribble out. You can see also same effect happening, just a little bit less. But yeah, you imagine if you can speed this up by creating a large bit of destruction. Yeah.
Okay, I'll aim and hit the opposite side of the crack I've made already.
Okay. Then shoot there.
This is just... Oh, man. Okay.
22, 17. A big blast hitting it again, and the crack creating another big hole for the blood to escape. And now you can see that the entire kind of what once was a beam is now more of like an aurora that's kind of sitting vaguely in the air, and most of the barrier seems to have already been dispersed to a point where you believe that the effect you wanted to happen is now already successful enough, as you can also see that it seems like simultaneously as this is weakening, more blood seems to be pouring from the fanatics themselves, almost like as if this source is supplying itself through the amount of blood that's there, and now that it's being kind of weakened or the area is more spread, it seems like it requires more blood to be supplied, and as such is draining more blood more quicker from the fanatics. And after a few seconds or so, most of them who were kind of had a normal flesh toned hue to them are becoming extremely pale, as most of the blood has already been sucked out of them, and one of them even collapses and falls inside of the pool itself, seemingly dead from blood loss. What do you wish to do now?
Okay, we need to get ready to leave. Someone just be blunt and tell me these 3 is condition.
What?
They didn't make it.
Oh.
They're all dead.
3?
All 3 of them.
Fiora, you're kind of a holy person, and Azrael, you kind of are in your own way. Could we just, like, I feel bad about leaving them, but we have to get out.
I want to
What
take
wanna
them.
do- You want to take them?
Yes. They saved our lives. More than once.
I mean, you're not wrong, but it'll slow us down. And no offense, but there's I don't know how we'll be able to carry them all.
If I can If I can get a short rest, and we don't have the time for it, but if we had the time for a short rest, I could hold them, but
The only way we can get a good short rest is if I use rope trick, but I don't have the spell slot for it.
We're pre-tapped. I'm not gonna leave them here. And I start to try to pick up Tenaria. Best I
Sierra,
can.
we can't.
They don't deserve to be left here.
Neither do we. And if we're carrying dead bodies, we're gonna get left behind as well.
I understand what's going on. I agree with you, Fiera, but if we die trying to take them with us, it's all going to be in vain. It's all going to be for nothing.
We have to leave them as much as it hurts me, and believe me, it does. But if we say a prayer and we can at least do that for them. We can't take them with us.
Here's the thing. And I'll take the effigy out of my bag. I have the effigy. I can bring one of them back. Or I can keep it for us.
Just put it in perspective. How many people in this world are there that we're trying to save?
And we can save them because they saved us. It's a give and take.
We're not going to be able to save anyone else if we're struggling carrying people who aren't going to help us anymore.
Here's right. I stoop down and I try to pick up the heaviest one and put him over my shoulders.
Actually, one of you, I forgot who it was. I think Jade. You can actually make a history check to refresh your memory.
I'm gonna give myself guidance.
Okay. 80? Dang. Plus 2 is 20. You kind of, as you try to grab Goran, but you're immediately next to Veltrix, you pick him up and you feel pulse. He didn't die, you remember, he just went unconscious, and it seems like he was able to stabilize. It was Tenaria and Goran where you saw their light snuffed out, but Veltrix actually survived.
Do we have a potion?
Wait, he's alive?
It's got a pulse.
Okay.
Someone?
And I just...
Holy shit. 21? What the fuck?
He's got more health than me now.
Holy shit. Is that like max? Oh, almost.
No, it's not max, but almost. Yeah, Iserel knows she has the potential to save someone's life. Oh yeah, she's going to.
And yeah, you immediately pump him up, which sounds so wrong. And his chest starts to glow, and all the slashing wounds, or most of the slashing wounds, start to close slowly in as he kind of, oh, fucking hell, Jesus Christ. And then slowly starts to sound. I say, oh my God, Jesus, what happened?
Goran.
Oh, Veltrix, not Goran.
Veltrix, are you okay?
Oh, I don't know. Immediately vomits out a little bit of blood. Oh, definitely not as I used to be. How are the others? I still go on down. What about Tenaria?
I'm just holding Naria.
No.
They didn't make it.
Why the fuck did you bring me back?
We couldn't just leave you to die. We were planning on taking them with us. We couldn't just leave them here, and then that's when I noticed that you were still...
You were still breathing.
Fuck. Oh, shut you up. What's the situation?
We need to leave, but we're not leaving them here. Can can you help me carry her?
Definitely. Kind of immediately swings under your arm, even though he's heavily wounded, but seems like the healing propped him up beyond maybe yourself, Fiera. Kind of.
I barely, got her up.
Yeah, grabs her on the shoulder and says, okay, what's the plan now? How long have I been down?
Go.
I pick up the other one.
Okay.
Goran's gonna be a big boy.
Yeah, Goran is a big boy. Well, actually, he's a gladiator, so his physical size is large, but he isn't wearing any particular heavy armor like yourself, Jade. So in that sense, he's kind of lighter.
Alright.
Yeah, so what's the plan?
Okay, let's go. We need to leave north now. As quickly and quietly. It's only a matter of time.
I have the potential to do it. I can cast Pass Without Trace on us, and we would have an hour of a little bit of an advantage.
Well, I think...
Yes.
Yeah, definitely, especially in the city.
Yeah, the more we can be under the radar, the better it is.
Oh, I quickly run over to the priest and stab him in the throat.
Alright.
Loot his body! Loot his body!
I already did.
Oh.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
Okay. Then, as you start to proceed northwards, you can hear in the east a distant explosion that is maybe like 500 feet away. As you kind of make your way there, not knowing what the source of this explosion is. But shortly after, you kind of proceed to make your way northwards and are maybe like several hundred feet away from the well itself. You start to hear a lot of commotion behind you. And not only do you hear like several shouts from different roads and stuff as you're kind of weaving through the alleyways, probably being led by Eirik, since you are the one who knows this place the best, literally, since you lived here most of your life. And not only... Yeah.
I'm just going to make it here, so we have a reminder there.
Yes.
I did cast Pass Without a Trace on us.
So as things start to tense up a bit, I need you guys to make a stealth check to see if you can kind of
Everybody got a +10.
get away from the...
I'm casting guidance on myself since I'm doing stealth at disadvantage.
I'm actually going to do the same. I'm also going to cast guidance because stealth is not my best stat ever. I definitely need it.
I needed it too.
Oof.
Veltrix was a 12. But it's a +10, and we're taking the average here.
Yeah.
So, Eirik bumping this up quite a bit with his 30 and also 27. A 17 is decent, and an 18 too, and a 22 makes it a average above 20. So, as you're
That's really good.
sticking
It is.
within the alleyways, it seems like the kind of bit of shadowy darkness that the Pass Without Trace kind of shrouds you in, allows you to kind of stay invisible to now the passing guards, and you can also hear the footfalls of horse hooves as patrols of riders seem to be now scouring through the city, and a wave of like maybe 10 to 15 soldiers kind of run past you as you kind of quickly escape into one of the alleyways after hearing the loud commotion. And you immediately notice that they're kind of fanning out from the point of where the blood pool is, trying to search for whoever managed to break it. However, I guess with your passive perception, since it's pretty damn high, especially Isoel and Irix for some reason too, and Jade's as well, You can hear shouts from what presumed to be lieutenants or other commanding officers of the patrols that they are not only trying to search for you, but you also hear a particular voice that's kind of close by says, "Every fucking corner I want this shit turned over. Get the second supply and get this beam up as fast as possible. If the Light Commander finds out about this, he'll have our heads. Alright? It's either theirs or ours. Quickly!" And the people start to march abound. So now it will be a skill challenge to try and get to the north, to the gate, or to the wall at least, to try and escape here.
Can you put up the city map?
Definitely can.
And are we where Fear's token is?
Yep, roughly. Well, you're above it now.
Zoom and enhance. There we go.
And we're trying to just get to that wall.
Exactly. So,
Could we... Is there a spot underground where we could go that I would know of?
since you are trying to escape the city, underground will keep you inside of the city. There's no part of the underground that leads to the farms. If you wish to hide, you can definitely use one of the underground routes. And if you want to risk staying here longer but taking a break, like if you wish to rest, that is an option. However, as you've heard, they are resupplying the blood beam, so in the time you've rested, they might have already kind of brought the beam back, which would make your work for naught, obviously.
We want to run as
gotta
fast
go.
as we can. Yeah, we want to take a break once we're out of the city.
Can I do either a history or religion? Since I'm from a place where legions kind of patrol the cities, you know, do I know like where they're stationed? I kind of know somewhat the patrols or how many, or like how spaced apart they are. Can I use that knowledge to kind of help us avoid them? Or like they don't usually patrol these areas, you know, they patrol the main streets only and only go down the alleyways like once every little bit. Yeah, just using my knowledge of how legions patrol the cities that they're in.
Yeah, I will allow a history check for that. That makes sense. Kind of remembering how the patrols worked in your own city. Holy shit! Definitely, for some reason.
I mean, I probably heard from my brother, so...
Yeah, exactly. He probably told you about several routines he himself had to go through. Especially at the border. He was a border patrol. He told you about the tactics, how they usually try and fan out and search for. And... yeah, their tactic always is narrowing things down, like a net or fanning tactic, which is obviously the big spots they try to clear through first and then go tighter and tighter and tighter. So what they're doing is, since they don't really know what your location is, they will fan out from the spot where you were the last, which is the blood pool, and so they will slowly make their way out from there. And that is where the heavy focus of the search patrol will be. However, you would also know they will probably do a search patrol outside of that and then close this ring. So trying to encapsulate it. So if you manage to get outside of that outer circle, you're basically free, since they are still expecting you to be between those two circles and capture you. Because they don't obviously assume that you managed to escape through it. So actually waiting out maybe the patrol of the outer ring to go past you is the more advantageous approach to this. You just have to get close enough, because you will risk to go out in the open, as you know that there are these two circles that are closing in and there will be no patrols in between this space. So you can make a faster leeway right now, and then as soon as you see the outer ring approaching, hide and hope that they don't find you, and as soon as they pass, you're actually free to go for a moment in time to kind of proceed with a bit of safety. And that's kind of the
So yeah, I'll impart that to everyone. We can either hide quick until they finish the outer ring, or we can try to make a break for it and just go faster than them. Whatever you guys think is best.
I think we should go quick. I've always believed strike first, ask questions later. With my individual training.
The only problem we have is that we're carrying 2 dead bodies that are going to slow us down.
I got this. Believe in me. We can do this. We don't have much time. And then I'd start describing in detail my past and how we used to like navigate into places to sneak up on our enemies, so that with that knowledge, use that knowledge to get through their cracks.
Okay, what skill would you like to use then for that?
I want to use athletics because it was involved with training.
Ah, okay, so your physical prowess, which makes sense because you're also carrying a body. I will allow it. I will put a higher DC since you are carrying a body. Heavier body, I mean. But yeah, you are pretty strong individual, so yeah, roll that athletics check.
I was gonna say, I'm giving myself guidance.
I am giving you guidance. I am absolutely giving you guidance.
Oh. Doesn't...
guidance stacked?
Yeah.
It's specified in the spell that they don't stack.
Which makes sense. How are you gonna double guide someone? Anyways, yeah, didn't even need a 21. You just kind of put going in a fireman's carry and you just start running. In fact, the others are struggling a bit probably to keep up with your athletic prowess. Especially Fiera and Veltrix, who are carrying a body who aren't as athletic as you are. However, it does prove to be somewhat hasty because you're assuming that they are panicking a bit too from the information you got from listening to the commander. If they don't find you, they are fucked. And so in this current stress that they're in, they're probably not paying as much attention, and they're probably also not expecting you to make a quick move. They're probably expecting you to kind of hide or do something like that. And so with that knowledge, you immediately try and find the outer ring fast enough. And as you're kind of running through, you can see that there are big gaps between some of their patrol areas just because the limited size of troops they have in the city. This is an enormous city, and only one legion definitely isn't enough to kind of properly occupy the entirety of it. And so you can see that there's a big space between each crusader, and you use that to your advantage to kind of, as they briefly look down one alleyway, you just run past them as fast as you can and manage to kind of pass through the outer circle. And as you're kind of running further and further, you notice, as Fiera told you, there are a lot less patrols on the outside of that outer ring. And you don't see any crusader for a while, and you manage actually with that to get to the main road that immediately leads to the gate, and you do see the gate as you're running through there, but you have to quickly stash to another corner next to a store at the gateway. And the store, you actually remember, Eric, that sells local bakery made out of whole grain wheat that is currently closed, but you see that the gate itself also is closed. There are sentries on top, and it seems like a lot of people kind of just also a couple of guards, but a lot less than you expected, have formed like a small ring around the gate, probably because they are expecting presumable people who are trying to escape the city at any moment. But you have managed to get to this gate, so the question is, what are you going to do now? You have successfully completed the skill challenge, by the way, with that natural 20.
Yeah.
Is it the time for me to find a tree?
Probably. This is big.
Should we?
That was the plan, right? Get to the wall and you can do something. We got to the wall.
I need to find a tree big enough. And, yeah, I just need to find a tree big enough for us to go through.
Would I remember where a big tree might be? Since I've been to this bakery before, presumably I've seen.
Yeah. The entire.
Hold on. I just need one tree. I just need one tree because I instantly know the location of all other trees of the same kind within 500 feet. So I just need one that is as big as us.
Yeah, which are plenty abound. The entire roads are lined with trees that are planted there, which is why Zulania is so green, despite its huge size, and it's easy to find a tree that is human size at the side of this alleyway. So you kind of just look down the road, a couple of feet down there you see a tree that seems to be suitable, that you could sneak to.
Alright. I'm going to shuffle everyone around. Okay. Once I do this, we have 1 minute to get through it. And once we go through it, you keep running north. We don't stop.
Okay.
Okay? I'm going to put both of my hands on the tree, and as I cast Tree Stride, I'm going to talk to the tree and ask it to send us to one of his brothers or sisters 500 feet on the other side of the wall.
Okay. Yes.
There it is.
Then is it a yeah? Pass without a trace will drop because of this.
Yep. It is a concentration spell, which is why I say we don't stop, we keep running.
Okay, so immediately as you cast the spell, the tree morphs and a slit inside of the tree appears as the roots and branches and bark kind of open up itself, and a kind of purplish greenish huge light starts to pool out of it and creating a space large enough for you to walk through, and you can see through the tree, and on the other side you can see just a bunch of whole grain wheat actually that is kind of making this field, and that's about as much as you see. But without much second thought, I presume each and every one of you just starts running through there.
Yeah, shuffle everyone. I'm staying behind, and I'm just shuffling everyone. Go, 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 go. And I make sure that I'm the last one to go through.
Yep, everyone strides through there. Probably Jade first was going on her back, then Fiera, Veltrix, and the corpse of Tenaria, Eirik, and last but not least, as you see all of them go through Isurel, you dash through it, and presumably dropping your concentration to close.
Absolutely. The very second I'm out, I'm just dropping it.
You drop it, and you can also hear it close, and you're now in the wheat fields of the farms north of Zulania. 500 feet isn't far. It's around this much. And you can still, as you look behind you, visibly see the gates there. So what is the plan? Only running straight north, or are you attempting at least to still be a little bit stealthy?
Who has good eyes? Can somebody look up? They should have, is it griffins that they ride on? Or do I know what sort of flying steed they have?
Yeah, griffins, hippogriffs, and the very elite, if you're unlucky, Pegasus.
Can somebody just look up quick and see if there's any in the sky?
Jade, let's do this. Let's look around. Yep, me too. Just gonna, or actually, I'm gonna give you the help action to give you advantage.
Okay.
Look this way. Look this way.
Yeah.
I'll give myself guidance.
Very well. 18. That's 21.
Let's take it. Let's take it.
You look out, and indeed, you can see kind of up in the air, a little bit westwards, flying and scouring in the skies, seem to be a group of 3 flying creatures. And immediately you can also see the sheen of the armor as the light reflects from it, similar to... Yeah, no, you wouldn't have seen them. But yeah, it seemed to be griffin riders, as there's these winged, beaked creatures with claws at the end of their feet, scouring through the air and keeping a tight eye on the vicinity around you. Currently, what is the plan?
There's 3. We should hide quickly.
Okay, let's still move, but yeah, let's keep our heads down, try to go through the field.
Let's hunker down and try to be...
Do we want to use the fields as cover and while we go through?
We probably should, and we should probably try to follow the natural, like, rows of wheat if we can, or like try to use the field to our advantage as much as we can.
Oh, what time of day is it?
It's currently the day time is
We were under the dome, so it's kind of hard to know.
Yeah, exactly. Pretty early in the morning, actually.
Oh, it's awful.
6:30 a.m.
Great.
Yikers. Okay.
Yeah, let's go. That's sneaky like.
Okay, then all of you can make a stealth check.
I'm guidancing myself because we don't have Pass Without a Trace anymore.
I coming in still very solid.
Guidance.
Oh my gosh.
Holy shit.
Oh
That's
boy.
Not bad, not
what
bad.
we like to see.
Oh,
Veltrix. Oof.
Can I give a +5 to Veltrix?
Yeah, of course you can. That's a 3 from Jade. But that natural 20 definitely bumps it up. You slowly start to crawl between the weeds. Jade, hard with a second body on top of you to really stay low, because duck walking with a body is quite exhausting on your legs. So you're walking through that, you're making a lot of noise and stuff like that, and it's kind of hard to brush the weed out of your face. But I guess Fiora, you help by using a mage hand to just kind of brush the weed away from her, so she doesn't have to worry about it, and that kind of helps out there. The other ones, you can see that Veltrix, not accustomed to stealthing with also while carrying a body with him, Eric, you kind of remind him, maybe just pep talking a little bit on that he's actually supposed to be the stealthy one, but you being more quiet than him, and he's like, oh fuck yeah, and so he ducks his head down, kind of remembers his roots. However, as you're kind of making your way further and further away, get to about where the second field starts, a loud crack of what seems to be thunder erupts your ears, and it is loud. It doesn't seem to be coming close the thunder doesn't originate close by you. It is just extremely loud, as you hear a
Someone's angry.
as you also immediately think, oh my god, the sun is rising. However, it is behind you as a bright light starts to wash over the fields that you're currently in, as you hear a booming voice kind of erupting out.
I know that you vermin are here, trying to leave my city. I will find you and pinch you like the little ants that you are.
As you then suddenly feel a presence pushing down onto you, like a million needles trying to pin you towards the ground, as a familiar annihilation field of utter and complete dominance is making its way towards you and surrounding and pressing your bodies to its utmost limits. So you all have to make an annihilation field check. However, you can use your upgrades that you've received. Additionally, I would say since you're probably sticking quite close together, is that correct?
Yep,
Yep.
as long as they're
Yeah.
within like 10 feet from me,
Yep. You get
they
a
get my
Oh.
+5.
you get a +5 to that as
Okay.
well. So I will say from the get-go, the DC is 25. It is the Light Commander after all. However, you got a +5 and you can choose your best
I'm at +15.
ability score. So, let me see those rolls.
I am nervous. I kind of want to see the others.
I'm gonna be
Holy
sick.
shit.
That doesn't have the +5 for everybody else,
Uh-oh.
but it's got mine on there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be
+5.
sick. Ugh.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh no, it's a save. You have to do a save. You just made a straight intelligence check.
Oh god, thank god.
Lucky.
If I didn't
It's,
vote,
I think it's a
used one of the
50-50 for
rolls.
everyone.
That's
Oh,
that's not a whole lot better.
oh boy.
It's an 18 with my +5.
Okay. I'm the last one.
Oh, +5, barely
make
make it.
Alright,
barely
too good.
make
You're not so good.
So, what happens is, as you kind of
I'm gonna throw up.
walking through, you feel the presence. You can see the light emanating from him, and it is, as you remember, an extremely uncomfortable feeling. As I described, like a million needles are trying to pin you towards the ground. And Jade and Isorel, you manage to just kind of brace yourselves and kind of reinforce your own annihilation field to the point where it doesn't get pinched or pierced by the one of the Light Commander. However, Eirik and Fiera, the needles come through to you, and you
What?
do. Oh no, Fiera and
made it.
Yeah, Merit.
Oh, no, I
Fiera
failed.
made it. If she doesn't
Oh,
have
I
her
added
+5.
no, he added +5 already.
Yeah. I
Oh,
put it in
you
there.
added +5 already.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's why
Wait,
it's a.
how do you do that?
You click it.
Can just. What?
Well, I was just curious for them to be able to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's,
So yeah, Eirik and Fiera, you feel literal pain surging through your entire body, and to put it straight, what you are feeling mechanically wise, you are affected by the power word pain spell, which means you are afflicted by crippling pain. Any speed is no higher than 10 feet. You have disadvantage on basically everything other than constitution saves. And if you ever try to cast a spell, it must first succeed on a constitution saving throw, or the casting fails and the spell is wasted. So you are both in immense pain from the effects of the annihilation field here. What do you as a group try to do?
super slow.
Wait, Veltrix also has to make one. I'm just realizing. He'll definitely do this. Oof, 20. He is also within the pain of Fiera.
I'm guessing we're still in the dome. We have a patrol coming. Eventually, it's going to be back up. Can we gauge how far we have to go still?
Yeah, you can somewhat see the edge. It kind of ends here.
Oh, we're so close.
We're so close.
I'd use a spell, but it's not going to speed me up.
What do I have?
I think we just trudge through the pain, right?
Yeah, we have no choice. It's not like we're a secret anymore. I'm literally just hobbling forward.
Oh. Okay. Can I?
It sucks because fear is also helping carrying a body.
But you have to make a decision fast.
I'd say we just try John. Maybe even
Yeah.
book it.
I'm already 10, 15 feet. I'm just...
Izarel, can you help with the... Who are you carrying?
They're carrying Tenaria.
Can you help carry Tenaria? To take
I
some
will.
load off here?
Yes, I absolutely will. And I'm just going to remove Sierra and kind of push her forward and try to grab Tenaria as much as I can to keep moving forward.
I'm bringing up the rear, trying to like push you guys along as fast as I can.
Alright, we'll trudge through the pain.
Alright, so you're just trying to get out of here. So are you trying to like still stay somewhat sneaky? Or are you just trying to run for it to try and get out?
Realistically, what's our distance? Like 200 feet?
Are you asking me?
Yeah, just
No, it's
like to the dome.
yeah, it's way more than 200 feet. It is roughly.
I think we should be quiet until we notice that it's about to close. Because if that patrol sees us, we're done. Well, God, we have disadvantage. 3 of us have disadvantage now, and we have Jay with disadvantage. No, I think we just book it. We're not gonna be a stealth check.
Yeah, it's around 500 feet.
Let's just book it.
Yep, let's book it.
Oh, it's actually more than 500 feet.
No, whatever. It wouldn't have mattered, really.
Yeah.
Alright. We're going for it.
Alright. Then, athletics check. It is.
I am going to actually guidance Sierra in front of me to kind of give her a little bit of a push.
Yeah.
I'll guidance Iric.
And it's disadvantage?
Yep. For Fiera and Eric, it's disadvantage.
Oof.
Oof.
Wow, I actually rolled pretty well.
Dang, 11.
Pierre and Iric get a D4.
Yeah,
So it's 14.
so you're the same as me, despite the disadvantage.
Oh,
Thanks,
wow.
you guys.
18.
That's actually not bad. I'll take it.
Yeah, so despite the pain, you are powering through and not letting it wear you down. However, it seems like the weight of Goran is steadily wearing you down, Jade. And this is like a minor success. You all are able to kind of keep trudging on at a decent pace, even kind of withstanding mentally the pain that is currently being placed on top of you. However, you noticed, as probably Eirik, you look back, that the 3 griffin guards that are in the sky seem to have now spotted you. However, a little bit late, and they're still quite bits away, and you can see that they are starting to trail around to kind of try and cut you off as they're trying to fly towards you. And you can see, however, the edge of where this dome is, and you can see a large hole left behind by the effects of you having caused it to break open, and it's so close. So it's a race between you and the Griffin guards to kind of get out of this hole.
I am going to try something. I am going to use my feat of Fey Touch to speak with animals and try to use my newfound charismatic like dragon-like charisma to try and persuade the griffins that they're not doing the right thing right now. Like the right thing would be to let us go through.
Can I give her the help since I can also speak with animals?
I would say you can put that in reserve when they're close enough, so you can actually talk with
Okay.
them because they are still far away as like a failsafe in case you don't make it.
Yeah, no
Um,
worries.
But yeah, you can
Yeah.
definitely keep that in mind. However,
Yeah.
now it's just for you. Either you can try and hide again, even though you have been spotted, or you can just try and dash for it and hope that you make it in time.
Oh yeah. Let's run for it. Let's just run for it.
I've never stopped. I'm just
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm
let's-
assuming
10
you.
feet. 10 feet.
Struggling to walk, but yeah, I'm going.
Yep.
Okay. Then you all just have to make another athletics check. It's as easy and as simple as that. And you
Yep,
just have to.
I'm still giving guidance again to.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yep,
Yeah.
guidance to Eric as well.
Oh my
it-
god.
Oh my god!
I don't know if it's gonna help. I got to 1. I got to 1 with guidance.
Guys. What the hell?
This hurts. This pain hurts.
I mean,
Obviously.
yeah, it makes so much sense. You are trying to grit through this pain. And ultimately, the annihilation field of the Light Commander is just too strong to the point where you break. Literally, physically and mentally, you just break. The pain
Oof.
is too much. And you fall to the ground, kind of screaming in agony, since your entire body is felt like 1,000 rats are just kind of eating you alive and tearing you apart, skinning you, tearing out each fiber of your muscle apart, and you're feeling every single part of it 1,000 times. So as you're running, Jade and Israel, you see literally Eirik and Fiera collapse onto the floor. You can see Veltrix stumble with you guys as he isn't able to hold Tenaria by himself, especially not while running. And they are kind of screaming in the floor right now, and you can definitely see the griffins approaching close enough. So you can use your tactic
Yep.
if you want to, Israel,
Okay.
as I get
Yep.
into grasping distance.
I'm helping you.
Yep, you can get advantage then. And I guess
Okay.
I would say you
I
can make
get
an
advantage.
intimidation check, since you're literally trying to, or whatever you wish. You try to scare them away or just persuade them to go away.
No, I am persuading them. I'm trying to persuade them to let us go through, and that what they are doing right now is the wrong thing. I'm literally trying to
Okay.
play mind games with them.
Alright, my game is with the griffins.
Yeah. Come on, it's my highest stat.
Holy shit, 26. Indeed, as the griffins kind of approach, and you can see that the griffin riders bring out these extremely long lances, maybe even phalanxes. Are they called phalanxes? Phalanxes? These extremely long spears, and try to kind of swoop down and pierce you. However, just as they kind of come close enough, you probably also use prestidigitation to kind of boom your voice out so they can hear you more
Or
loudly.
like thaumaturgy.
Oh yeah, thaumaturgy, exactly.
Yeah.
And what exactly do you say to the griffins?
I tell them, we are not the enemy here. You're making a mistake. We're trying to help. Just let us go through, and we're gonna leave you guys alone. We're not trouble. We're not trying to get anyone in trouble here.
Yeah, And you kind of probably using some of that Servalon influenced voice through yourself, kind of speaking as a authority of nature, someone who means the well-being of beasts and humanoid people alike. And it seems like that the griffins kind of hesitate kind of in the last moment before they get to you, swoop up and go around. You can see that the griffin riders are visibly confused, trying to gain the reins of the griffins back as they kind of fly away for a brief second. However, it seems like that they're kind of forcing the griffins to do their bidding, and you don't know how long it will take, but you definitely have stopped them in their tracks for at least one attack. So what do you guys do now?
I'm gonna grab Fiera by the collar, and I'm just gonna, as I have the other body, I'm just gonna start, come on.
Yanking her. As you do that, you each feel another second pulse and wave. As it seems like the Light Commander has approached a little bit closer. And you can see as you look behind you, the fields, literally almost as if gravity has been loose there, the entire harvest fields is just kind of burning up in radiant light. Coming with this aura towards you, slowly but surely. Closer and closer. You will have to make another annihilation field check, giving you a second chance to either fail or succeed. However, Eirik and Fiera, you do have disadvantage on your rolls.
Oh boy.
But we do have +5.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep. 5 from Jade.
Oh my
It was almost a natural 20. It was almost a natural 20.
Wait, why did it show your... Is Eirik a nat 1 when... Oh, you had disadvantage.
Yeah, it's a
right.
disadvantage. Oh man. That is only a success from Jade. So as you start to attempt to drag Fiera, you immediately start to feel the pain too as the presence comes closer and closer. Jade, you see your third comrade falling to the ground. Actually, Veltrix. Yeah, no, he fails definitely as well. So what do you do, Jade? As you can see, everyone except for you isn't able to resist the immensity and force of the Light Commander.
I sink to my feet, like onto my knees, and I just like start crying to my ancestors, and I'm just begging for help in any way that they can provide it. And I need your strength. I can't lose people that I'm starting to trust. Please don't take them away from me. And I'm just begging for help.
And as you're begging
As a Hail Mary.
and praying and doing the last thing that you can, you see just this wave of light approaching closer and closer, and the kind of hay that has been obscuring you and the wheat that has been obscuring you starts to just disintegrate in the vicinity of the Light Commander, scorching literally everything as he's unleashing his full might, not trying to hold it back like he did during the meeting you had with him. And though you pray and though you beg, he stands in front of you as you get enveloped in his radiant light of pure pain and hatred as the representative of the Light Commander of the Legion of Af, the Angel of Anger. And you can see him in a completely different altered form. His hair is flowing out. He has these white spectral wings, the tips of which are bloodied red, almost dripping down with blood, and his eyes scoring red color. And it seems like a miasma of heat enveloping him, kind of obscuring his form a bit. His platinum armor that he's wearing also pulsating, glowing, and giving off an immensity of heat that you only feel as stinging pain as he stands there before you. And each step he takes closer towards you, the pain becomes increasingly more damaging. As you stand there and you pray, Jade. Almost feels like in a moment of sweet release, you feel a touch on your shoulder. Maybe you're imagining it. Maybe you have lost your will as a voice comes inside of your head and you hear,
Young child, heroes don't kneel.
and you see this old, almost withered hand kind of placed onto your shoulder as a radiant bluish light in hue kind of circles around your companions as you see the form of Zephyrus stand in between of you. And you hear all the voices while in this immensity of pain as it gets reduced into pure intellect to know that pain is just a form of brain waves that is your brain trying to protect you from the damage that is there. But if you have the knowledge, you can overcome everything, even if it seems impossible. As he kind of stands there and you can feel his own annihilation field pressing against the one of the light commander in a conflict of his bluish light against the white radiant light of the light commander. And Zephyrus says,
You have done fine enough deeds for now. I shall take care of things from here on.
and you each disappear away and get teleported from Zunanir. And that's where we're gonna take a break.
Oofta.
Like and subscribe, people, for they have managed maybe get out of the city, maybe teleported you back to the city to do it a second time.
Actually,
Back
No,
to the
no.
High Plains. Yep.
Back to the high plains is
nope,
like,
nope,
okay,
nope, nope.
second.
We're-
You're back at the embassy. What do you do?
we are not
Okay.
playing Hades. This is not a roguelite. Please.
I prayed for help and my ancestors sent Zephyrus.
Definitely did one thing. We will see what this means after the break. And with that, we'll see you in a second. Bye. And we're back. The question is, however, are these guys back? I'm kidding, of course. Oh, am I? I don't actually know. You guys, the last thing you saw was the bright white light getting replaced by more radiant, glowy blue light, and hearing the voice of Zephyrus that kind of eased your minds for a bit. After that, you felt a sensation that is somewhat familiar. Each of you have been teleported at least once now. Yes. When you went to De La Solis, each of you, except for Jade, obviously, went through a teleportation circle. This one feels different in the sense that this kind of unturning of the stomach and heavy vertigo effect doesn't take place. In fact, it feels a little bit more smooth. It's almost as if you are transitioning from one thought to the other, is one way to describe it, as you just kind of acknowledging that you're now in a different space. Usually when you teleport, you find a weird sensation of confusion as your mind is trying to adapt to the new space you're in. But it seems like you kind of have like a helping hand that just kind of explains that now you are in this place, as it kind of metaphorically describes the surrounding towards you, and you aren't flooded with immediate knowledge of the different environment, and your body's kind of adjusting to the different sensory kind of what's it called? I forgot. Sensory notions or sensations that the new environment is giving towards you. First of all, what you see and what is kind of in your mind, as I said, described towards you is a warm, room. The floor is furnished with wood. You see a tapestrated wall. A door appears made out of some sort of nice wood that it has been carved out of, a golden handle. On the right side there is a window. On the far side there's another door that seems to be leading to a bathroom. On the middle, or not the middle, but on somewhat adjacent to the left corner of the room, there's a table. A wardrobe is next to it. On the side of the room that you are in, you can see a bed that appears in sheets. There's a person lying inside of it. And you're now in a room with Zephyrus and your friends. As you appear what seems to be a inn of some sort. A tavern or a bedroom. A bedroom that becomes very quickly, as you take in the sensation and accept them, that this is the new place that you are currently standing in, and realize this is the inn that you were staying at while you were in Delis Solis. It is the room you were staying at where you left Tila behind. It is the same room, and you realize that the person lying in the bed, in fact, is Tila, as she seems to be quietly sleeping there. And as you kind of take all of this in, you also see that Zephyrus has already kind of sat down on a chair, as you are probably still grasping what has currently just happened. What do you guys do?
I just look at him and I say, how did you do that? How did you save us?
Magic, child. The same ones you have been accustomed to. The same one that was used to bring you to your new compatriots. Simple teleportation, nothing more.
Let's plop down on the floor.
Irik's gonna start crying. He just there is a wave of emotion that has been building in the back of Irik's head for the last, I don't know, 6-7 days. Most of the time that we spent through hell, and it's just like it's coming out now.
You can see Zephyrus kind of wisps open his hand a bit, and then a silvery light comes around, channels it into a small bead, and then just lets it evaporate as it kind of expands through the entire room as he casts calm emotions inside of this room and says,
No. I am very well aware that you all have been through quite a lot. And I think you all most definitely deserve a little time out. Seems like I came in the knack of time. You were the first people who were able to break the dome surrounding Sunania.
Ooh, yeah.
I'm gonna quickly look around me. Is Veltrix and then Gorn's and Tenaria's body with us, or is it just the four of us?
nope, they are also there.
Okay.
We obviously missed a bit on our travel. Though I'm starting to see the bigger picture, and Calyx just a piece of it, oddly. Sorry, the Calyx.
Yes, I was quite curious about that too. I took the freedom to investigate your bodies and do some research myself while you were trying to bring your friend back. I believe Arya was her name.
Right.
Yes.
Unfortunately, her fate, well, given a second chance, was to give her life to protect us. We could not change that.
That is quite the common occurrence, unfortunately. And one of the many things I have warned you about. Lives will be lost trying to change big things. But to cherish the life that they have lived. You must continue forward.
How is she doing? And Israel's going to kneel down next to Hila.
She's doing quite alright. She misses her brother.
Yeah. I'm sure she does, yeah.
But I gave her all the books she requested for, so though she is still drawn in by the loss of the only family she still had left, she's using that energy to study.
I'm going to take out the Blood Lotus that I have in my pack. Kind of look at it and say, well, I have the knowledge now to help her on a more steady basis. And with my other hand, I'm going to druid craft another Blood Lotus. She's never going to need to do some dark alley deals to stay well.
Zephygus kind of stands up, and you notice, though this is one of the most powerful mages there is, he still has this feel of an old man to him as he kind of whites his back and he walks towards the two dead bodies. You can immediately see Veltrix kind of she's kind of in a bit of disbelief of what has happened. He's like,
excuse me, great sir. My name's Veltrix. These two are my companions. Seems like you have access to great powerful magic. Is there any way that I could potentially ask for a favor and I will do everything in return to bring them back?
Zephygus kind of looks at him and then looks at you all and says,
It is a heavy loss to lose someone close to you. I am no cleric. And I do not wish to decide over who lives or dies. So, though you might see me as powerful, understand that I do not wish to bring everyone back to life. However, I believe the friends that you have made might be able to help you.
And Vertex kind of looks around and then looks towards you. I don't quite know what he means. I mean, you brought me back. Please.
So, I slowly take out the effigy. I have this little thing here that can bring one of your friends back. I was keeping it to save one of my friends. However, and I kind of turn towards my companions, I think you three, and I look back to Veltrix, have earned the title of my friends.
It would mean the world to me.
You and your friends have helped to save us. We owe you.
I see a tear starting to form in his eyes.
I will be forever grateful.
I think we need people like you in this world. And like her. And even like him. So if we can bring back one of them, it's well deserved. 'Cause that's a world with people that I like, that I want to live in.
Thank you. It's been a long time since we received such kindness. In any case, please, my heart and soul, if you can bring back Tenaria back. As much as I would love to spend another night with Gorin, I think he would gladly give away his life for Tenaria. He has lived a long and full life. I don't think he has any regrets.
In that case, I need to... Fiera? We're gonna have to go to the library to make a scroll.
Oh.
I am not strong enough yet to know the appropriate spell, but with a scroll, I'll be able to perform the ritual.
I kind of just look at my bloodied self, cut 2 ribbons, dirt, sweat. Yeah, let's go right away.
You can see Zephygus kind of just bring up his hand and says,
If you wish to bring the appropriate sacrifice, I will lend you a bit of my power to perform it right now. I do believe there is a time limit.
he kinda
Yes.
places his hands on your back, Isorel, and says,
Child, you have grown quite a bit since the last time I saw you. Your connection to your own magic has become quite mature. Focus on the things that you believe in. Trust yourself. You'll be able to do it.
gonna make a straight wisdom check with advantage and a +10 bonus, which is the Zephygus bonus, of course.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll with advantage.
Holy shit.
+10.
Is a 30.
30.
It was a very high DC, but Zephygus makes the impossible possible, making you cast a spell that actually isn't inside of your repertoire yet. However, as you kind of hear his voice and feel his touch, there is a connection that you feel as some of his magical energies pouring inside of you that is very akin to the magic that you have felt while you were with your mentor. It seems to be somewhat based in nature, though you can definitely feel a difference. It is not in a bad sense, but manipulated. He controls the nature, and he can manipulate it in a way to kind of help do his bidding, as druids usually do it the other way around. But there's a similarity that it's not an imposed manipulation, but an understanding of the very power that he's lending and changing it in a very natural way. The same way that moss covers a branch, changing its color, or how flowers change the earth by rooting it and stuff like that. It is a very harmonic use of arcane power, and in no way, shape or form intrusive or violent. That helps you kind of bring you back to the times your mentor taught you about the druidic circles and lifestyles, and how one is to use magic and how one can conjure magic as you focus your energy to bring back life to a body that has no more. And with that, you all can see that as Isorel was holding the effigy in one hand and the hand flat probably on Tenarius' chest with the other, the effigy itself starts to glow in a bright white light, as it then turns into ash as the energy gets channeled through Isoel and the hand starts to glow. You all can see, after a quick moment, as you release your hand, Isoel, and Zephyrus also just kind of steps back. Tenaria's eyes open up. You can see Veltrix immediately goes towards her and hugs her in a deep embrace. Tenaria just kind of says, careful there, Veltrix. What's gotten into you? Where am I? See you, Veltrix say, you're safe now. Tenaria, you're safe now. Everything's alright. Nothing to worry about.
I'm just gonna gently stroke Tenaria's hair and say, welcome back.
Yeah, it was a strange feeling. It's such a strange dream. It's alright. It's alright. Everything's fine now. Everything's fine now.
And Zephyrus kind of just looks towards you all and says,
Well, I would highly recommend all of you to take this day off.
Yeah. I think we all need it.
and he just kind of turns around, goes towards the door, and exits.
Obviously, that was more than a minute for calm emotions, and Irik's gonna start crying again as soon once the spell is done.
That's fair. I'll start cleaning everybody off with prestidigitation. I'll probably take.
I'm just gonna hold Eirik in my arms and just like, rub his back, pat his head, and just
I'm gonna try to go find the innkeeper
Yeah.
and ask where the nearest cemetery would be, because we still have a body that we need to bury.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, of course. And was that?
I would actually know where the closest cemetery is.
I'm letting you do your thing with Eirik
Okay.
because I don't
That's
know
a fair point.
where.
Yeah,
I
you don't know where we are.
anyone, So
Yeah. Yeah, you go to the innkeep, which is a young halfling, and he would kind of, first of all, be surprised to see you, and then he would kind of tell you that the cemetery is within, well, cemetery more like the cemeteries inside the inner circle, but most go to a what's it called, mortuary, where you burn the bodies, because demon blight still exists, and having a corpse laying around always is dangerous, and so safest way is to kind of burn it, and it seems to be in the Mittelkreis, and he would guide you around here. There's a is it mortuary? No, what's it called?
A crematory?
A crematory, yeah. Something toy.
Crematorium.
Ah, that's the word.
Crematory.
I knew what I said wasn't
100%.
perfect.
Yeah, crematorium.
So I would proceed to tell her that Zephyrus brought me and my friends here, and we need to put to rest one of our friends, and I don't want to just carry them through the city. Is there a cart or anything that we can use to not draw attention?
Do you say that to the innkeep, or do you go to the crematorium and ask the people there?
The innkeeper.
Okay. Yeah, he kind of responded. Okay, a bit somber. Yeah, sure. I think you just contact the crematorium. And then I think they will just take care of services there. Funerals do take place here. So depending how fancy you want to make it.
Well, I don't really have a lot of money. So it doesn't have to be too fancy. I feel like anything small would be sufficient.
Alright. I mean, you are talk with the people at the crematorium and don't know what kind of services they offer or how expensive it is. But I'm pretty sure they also take care of, like, you know, delivering the corpse to the crematorium, stuff like that.
Okay. I guess I'll just head over that way.
Alright. Sure. I guess in the meantime, as Jay kind of steps out and walks towards the crematorium, what do the other three do? Fiora, Eric, and Isorel.
Once I feel like Eirik is not necessarily like back to normal, but like, you know, I've done what I could with reassuring him. I'm going to sit down, bring my little pouch of components out, and start making the elixir that keeps Tila okay, and just start working on it. Like, Isorel is like kind of blocking everything that just happened out of her brain, and she's like, this is something I know how to do. This is something that I feel confident about, and I'm just gonna pretend like everything's fine, and I'm just doing something that I've done before.
Yeah, I think Vera kind of looks at Tila. Doesn't feel great. Kind of dismiss myself from the room. I'm gonna go downstairs, get some water, and then I'll come back and rest up for the day. Then when I close the door, I'll just send off a sending to Godric as a Aquinos, I believe. I don't know if I said that right. The High Cleric.
Oh.
I'll just say, yeah, from Overmere. Say, I'd like to request a meeting tonight with you and the Light Commander. Would you be available?
Oh, that's definitely unexpected.
Vera's in work mode. She's not gonna take a day off.
See what he's gonna respond.
It has to do with the Blood Legion. So I want to get his attention.
Get a response. This
Unexpected call. Very busy at the moment. How about tomorrow evening?
I have no spell slots. I have to rest. Sounds like that's possible. Okay, yeah, I guess I don't have a lot of money. I'll go downstairs, just get like fresh food and water for everyone, and then bring it up.
Yep. You also see that Viltrix kind of also excuses himself from the room and also takes Tenaria with him to kind of process, you know, the
Yes.
death of Goran and everything that has happened. where they kind of excuse themselves and also get their own room to kind of, you know, have like a bit of one-off-one time to say their farewells to go and.
Yeah, 9 or how many people do we have? 4, 7, 8 people in the room's a lot.
Yeah, it is a big room. It was quite the luxury in itself, but yeah, with 8, it's still got pretty cramped. Does Eirik do anything?
Yeah, considering everybody else is gone, I know Tila's still there. But
Iserel's
Well-
still there.
no, I know. While Iserel's there, Irik's gonna say, I have Iserel, I've got a little confession to make, and it's not the greatest thing that I've ever wanted to say to somebody. I was just back there before Zephagus came and got us. I was maybe a few seconds away from wanting to end the chaos that I'm going through.
Without even stopping what she's doing, Iserel is just going to say, I don't blame you. To be honest, I was going through the same.
Going, I mean, it's no secret I haven't believed that we're you know, we're not gonna solve these things that we're trying to solve.
Absolutely not.
Going on the adventures, you know, fighting serpent people in ruins and fighting devils and demons in hell, like that's all just, I mean, some would say that's just adventuring, and I mean, yes, it's true, but I don't, my biggest problem right now is I don't want my life to end at the hands of these assholes that are trying to control this world. If I want this, if my life is going to end, it's going to end on my own terms.
Iserel is going to put down whatever step of the thing she was doing and turn around to look at Eirik and say, that's why we are the Fate Weavers. We have our own destiny in our own hands, and now that we are out of this forsaken place that is Sunanir, we've seen what's going on inside of there. We have a choice to make. We can work on the outside to stop them, or we can just give the information that we have and go on our merry way and go back to what we were doing before we got pulled into all of this crap.
That's the problem. I don't think I think we're just too connected to it now. We're like, we just got chased out of the city. They know who we are. They know where we are. You know damn well they know where we are. we're never going to not be involved in this anymore.
Then we still have the option to not let ourselves get killed by them. And let me be very, very, very honest with you. After seeing Arya die to a demon, and then watch Tenaria and Goran and Veltrix and Jade and everyone just go down right in front of me like this, and myself going down without being able to do anything about it, I will not let them be the end of me. If I have to send myself into the afterlife, I will. But they're not going to get me. And I hope, I pray that we all have the same resolve about this. They cannot get to us. Because who knows, if we go down to them, who knows what they're going to do with us. I don't want to become a puppet.
No, absolutely not. Dying is terrifying, obviously, and I'll be real, the life that I lived before, I never really worried so much about it because I was just in my own space. Nothing was ever dangerous enough to worry.
Yeah. I mean, the worst fear I had was to, meet the wrong noble that would poison my food. And now I have an entire blood legion on my ass. So I know you claim to be a nobody, but for once in your life, there are other people who understand what you're feeling right now.
I guess the weight of what I've been involved with before meeting you is finally, or the group is finally catching up.
Yeah.
I'm obviously starting to realize what I've been a part of. All the things that I was building.
We've all been used as instruments into this whole mess to varying degrees. We were being pulled by other influences. And now we've cut the ties. It's going to be hard. It's probably going to be impossible, but we have to trust in ourselves. And when the time comes, we'll make the right decisions. I fully trust you all with my life. And I'm sure you all trust each other the same way I do.
Absolutely. And that's the next point is I really hope my reaction to Fiera and Jade and you wanting to carry the bodies out of Suna and Nir is not. I hope you don't think less of me for that, because it was. I'm in save myself mode right now.
That is absolutely fair. I would not expect you to react any other way. You are here right now with us because you have stayed true to yourself. Don't change. Don't start changing. Sure, you can grow and, learn new things, but don't change who you are. I would not have expected less from you. You kept us going. I think Jade and I have kind of a savior complex. We've seen enough people suffer. We want to help everyone as much as we can. And you're keeping us grounded. Don't stop. Please don't stop.
I won't. I don't have any desire to be anyone other than who I am. It's getting harder and harder.
You've seen the struggle I went through while in hell. I just kept getting further and further and further away from who I am, and was trying to be someone I'm not. I almost lost myself.
I did, by the way, in the Blood River, I ripped out the pages of my book that contained the information from past experiments, the things that I now realize are obviously the things that are trying to destroy the world. I ripped them out. I left them there. In the blood.
That's where they belong, in my opinion. Could it be helpful information? Sure, but we don't need it.
Thank you.
Of course. I'm always going to be there. For you. For Fiera. And now for Jake.
I don't think I ever had a meaningful conversation ever with my parents. And the only other person that I did have meaningful conversation with is probably still preparing to destroy the world. So as much as I keep you grounded, you're keeping me grounded too.
That's why That's why we're a team. Try and relax a little bit. I know it's too much to ask of you, but just try. We need to get some forces back. We need to take a breather for a minute. Just a couple hours.
Yeah.
We can't. There's nothing we can do being exhausted and half dead.
Yeah. I agree. Let me give her a hug.
Yeah.
I'll reciprocate the hug.
Hmm. I think this would probably also be the time where Fiera would return with drinks and food. Also carried by some of the maids who were helping you.
Is she opening? Is she opening the door as we are giving a hug?
Probably.
Probably.
I'll pull her into the hug.
You need a moment. Oh.
Nope. Come over here. I'll pull her into the hug. I know it sounds weird to come into here like this, Fiera, but I'm glad you're alive. I'm glad you're both alive.
I feel exactly the same. This is very tough to go through alone, so it's nice to have friends you can go through it with.
Yep. Am I smelling food?
You can come in and just put it wherever.
Oh, alright. I will just put it here next to the door. And then wheels on
Yeah,
the
we
cart.
haven't had fresh food in like a while.
long.
Yeah,
Too
so
long.
And the food is put out there for you, and that's where we're gonna switch over to Jade. You go to the crematory. It literally looks like a
Crematorium.
crematorium. And it looks to be almost from the outside appearance on how it's built. It could be like a smithy because there's like a huge furnace outside. But obviously the outside is kind of dressed differently. Everything is black and sleek. The doors are nice and polished and all sturdy, and they're closed and they're kind of golden. And you can see outside it says Blemished Crematorium on top, kind of embroidered in gold.
Yeah, I go in.
Yep.
Looking around.
Yeah, you go in. Seems to be like a very simple dressed black marble hallway that leads to a desk. And behind it you can see this half-elven man with very white hair, but he seems to be young. Seems to be natural white hair. And very kind of piercing white eyes as well, going along with white eyebrows too, but a very sleek black kind of vest with a white shirt underneath it. He looks up to you and he says, "Hello, how may I help you?"
Hey, I recently had a friend fall in battle. And we would like to do a service and burial for him.
Alright. A burial with the body, or do you wish to only bury the ashes enough? It be cremated beforehand.
Probably cremated before.
Very well, and Do you need any extra services provided with it? Do we offer services for proper funerals?
Maybe like a small service. I can't really afford that much, and I don't really know what my friends can. But I could probably figure it out.
Alright then, well, I can give you a list of the services we offer, each with different prices. So I can give that towards you, which you can take towards your friends, and then you can decide as a group which services you would like to purchase, and then we will try and do it as best as possible, of course.
Yes. And I'm currently staying at an inn. I'm assuming I would have got the inn's name when I was leaving.
Yeah.
Would somebody be able to go retrieve the body from the inn that I'm staying at?
Well, it is one of the service options. If you wish to also have a transportation of the corpse, that is very doable, of course.
Yes, I know that we would definitely need.
Alright, then you can already cross that off the list. And once you have decided on the further services, you can return here and then we will take care of things from then on.
Okay, thank you. I don't know what time of day it is, so are they going to be open for a while?
Yeah, you would assume that a crematorium probably has like open until the evening hours. They tend to do services almost all day around, since burning a corpse is quite important in this world. So the services provided to do that are widely available. But it's still morning.
Okay, thank you. I will be back probably within like a couple hours.
Very well.
Thank you. And then I head back to the inn.
Okay. Yeah. You are back to the inn, where you can see that food has been propped out. And you can smell the fresh, normal grown vegetables compared to the devil food that you've eaten. I mean, the meat was okay, since you kind of purified the jade with your paladin powers. But having some proper food after a while and a hot meal, as you're all together in a room, 4 walls not made out of blood or any other weird gravel stone. Instead, you take the moment to realize that for now, in a long time, you truly feel safe. And even a bit welcomed. As you eat your meals and watch towards each other. And at some point while you're eating, Tila would also wake up for the first time. She kind of opens her eyes and kind of gasps a bit.
I didn't realize you had returned. It's been a long time, hasn't it?
It has been a long time. I'm sorry we left you for such a long time too.
No, it's okay. The old man explained to me that these things happen.
I trust he took good care of you while we were gone.
Yes, great. Okay, look at all the books he gave me.
And you can see in one corner a stack of books.
I can see that. That's amazing. I hope you've learned many great things.
Yes, I've been greatly interested in the magics. I've been studying hard. I hope to one day be as great as Fiera.
I'm glad to hear it.
I'm hiding.
I
Hiding behind someone.
As Jade's like just standing awkwardly in the corner.
Just trying to hide behind like Eric's back.
I
I'm gonna move out of the way.
That's why it's a 9.
I have some good news and some not so good news for you.
All right.
Looks.
Um. So, one of the not so good news that I have is you remember Arya, right?
Yes, of course.
She
Where is she?
she unfortunately gave her life to protect us against the demon.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, I know it still pains me to think about it, but I believe she's at peace where she is right now.
Do you think she's in the same place as Ender?
I think she is, yes. I think she is.
I hope they continue being friends there.
I hope so too. I'm sure when the time comes, we're all going to join them there. You and me and Eirik and Fiera and our new friend, Jade. Let me introduce you to her.
You have a pretty shield. Hello, my name's Tila.
Hi, Tila. My name is Jade.
Nice.
Tila is the sister of Fiera's oh shoot, what's the word?
Apprentice?
Apprentice, yes. Of Fiera's apprentice. We vowed to protect her. She has, unfortunately, a very bad health issue that we're trying to keep at bay. It does require some very specific ingredients, which comes to my good news, Tila.
Oh.
I was fortunate enough to be gifted one of the flowers that is required for your elixir.
Yes.
Which means I can now reproduce it. Which means you won't have to do shady dealings or, run around town to find the ingredients or anything. I'll be able to supply you with everything you need.
What? Does that mean you stay by my side now?
We have some things to take care of, but I will be making sure that I come back here more often than we have so far. We have better means of transportation, which means we will be able to come back a little bit easier. I will not lie to you. I will not tell you that we are back permanently, but we are working on it. And if I can find a way to make sure that you are safe with us, then I will. But until that time comes, here is the safest place for you, because Zephygus, the man that has been taking care of you, is here, and he will be able to protect you while we have some things to do.
Alright. Yes, he has also explained to me it's quite troubling.
Oh no, the dead body is taken to another room.
Good.
Oh, I just realized.
Our viewers could get caught up. I put in our group chat, I said, I just love how all these conversations are happening with the dead body in the room.
Your mic is far away.
So I said at our group chat that I just love how all these conversations are happening with the dead body in the room and caused everybody to laugh. So my bad.
Yeah. Yeah. Tila just says.
Yeah. Zephygus has explained a little bit how I guess the world works. I understand.
Yeah. I know it sucks. I'm very sorry about that.
No, it's okay. I mean, look at all the books I still have to read. I mean, it will take a lot of time. But anyway, I'm very happy to be able to see you all again, and even make a new friend.
Yes, it's nice to meet you.
I snap my finger, and I think a cat ocelot poofs on her bed.
Oh my goodness gracious! It has been so long. I thought I've been abandoned. Oh, sweet child. I do not know who you are, but I. Oh, wait. Do I know? Now turns around.
I don't think these matter.
An explanation, perhaps?
Oh my
This
goodness.
cat is talking. Hello, Mr. Kitty.
Excuse me, young one. The name is Glamour, thank you very much.
Ah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be rude. Could I pet you?
He hears in his head, you will be her companion. You will let her do whatever she wants, or you go away for a while.
Oh, this is cool. This fate is cruel. And then she starts petting him under the chin and it's like, it's cruel. Cruel. Oh, actually, maybe it's not that bad. And then it starts purring. Yes, child. Yes, that's the spot.
It's a
Uh,
nice kitty cat.
This is Glamour. He's another of our friends that we've met along the way.
He's quite a... I don't think I've ever seen a cat with these kind of spots.
That's right. I'm one of a kind. No. Go back to the... Yeah. Yes. That feels nice. And he just kind of dozes off.
Hello again, cat.
What? Oh.
Hello again.
I don't think we ever properly met.
No?
So what's your deal, huh?
Jade, do you do you remember the crime lord Glamour from Sunanir?
Can I roll
Ye-
to see if I would know?
Yeah, going against the Jake.
I am Lord Jesus.
Oh, this.
I'm gonna give myself a history.
Yep.
I'm gonna give myself guidance for this.
Very important.
Isarel is purposely choosing her words here.
You're like glamour. You kinda heard the word a few times, but it was always in a very low context, and it was always beneath you, not the things you had to deal with. You know. But what it was about, you never really knew.
Well, I heard the name Glamour, but never really paid much attention to it.
He was the very prolific supplier of, what was it, blue ice, blue something that you dealt with. Anyways, we may or may not have had a little bit of a scrap, which may or may not have resulted in his untimely demise. But we then found his ring, and turns out his soul was in his ring, so Fiera brought him back, and here he is.
Very complicated, I know.
And yeah,
That explains why you're the only talking cat that I know of.
Also, while we are in Delit Solis, which this is where we are right now, he is known as Steve.
Very
about that.
important. Very important. I still do not approve of the name. However, my name does not belong on the streets within the compounds of Delos Solis.
Would you like
Totally.
to upset Arya's spirit and absolute genius? And she kind of darts her eyes at Glamour.
Hey. Alright, alright. I understand, Steve, it is.
Thank you. We're just trying to protect you while you're here.
And I'm very grateful for that. So I guess
Steve it is. I'm Jade.
Jade. Actually,
Nightlock, to be precise.
see if he has heard of you.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Got a natural 20.
Hell yes.
It's like,
Famous.
hold on! You don't remember me? You locked me up several times. This is insolence. I mean, I did look different, to be fair.
That might be why. Please remind me what you looked like before, and maybe it'll jog my memory.
So I had these very beautiful whiskers, a nice coated yellow fur with black dots, and he starts literally describing himself right now. However, the most important part were my glamorous clothing, which I adorned with,
He was a tabaxi.
yes,
Yes. Glamour.
yes, you
Keeping
remember?
out of trouble now, right?
Of-
I'm totally trying to play it off like I remember who he is.
make a deception check. Dang, 23. It's like, exactly. You know, I accidentally built a tunnel to the Vanspire district. I mean, who could have known that it was there just to increase the accessibility of drag transport? I mean, accidents happen, you know? Didn't have to be locked away for that.
Oh, speaking of that tunnel, I think we may have blocked it off a little bit. I know I remember I got stuck in it. Because I was a bear.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, the important thing is glamour. If you've turned over a new leaf, then we're not going to have any problems. Who knows? Maybe we could become friends as long as you stay out of trouble. These are good people. They don't need trouble.
I understand. And I do think, and this is coming out of best interest for both parties here, you and me, that a new makeover would do you quite well. I mean, I always despise the clothing of the Vanspire guards. I mean, all black? Come on! Who are you trying to impress? The dead? Let me make your clothing. And I can show
Not
you.
the time nor the place, Glamour. Let's remember that the world is burning and we have some stuff to do. But once we get your shop back up and running, you can make us all over.
That sounds
How's
like
that?
Yes, yes.
There you
Burning.
go.
But I mean, going through a burning world, you need the right attire. You have to be burning yourself. How amazing would that be? Imagine.
I don't recommend burning. It's not fun.
But
it really
No.
isn't.
All right.
No.
All right. I tried. How about wet?
Better, I guess. How do you make wet clothing nice?
Wow. Challenge accepted. I know a few water genasi folk down south. They have their ways. They live in the water. They're wet all the time.
Well, they don't have a choice.
Exactly.
How do you make dry land clothing glamorous when wet?
Well, if you have a perpetual rain cloud over you, technically, it's not a choice anymore. You following me?
So, Steve,
Yes.
sorry to interrupt you, but we do have important things we have to deal with.
Imagine a rain cloud. Alright?
Steve.
Rain.
I'm going to start scratching between his ears to make him go like an absolute puddle of cat. There you go. There you go, buddy.
Rain
There you go.
And onto a little bit more darker topics, we do have an important task that we need to do. We need to lay to rest our fallen comrade. I went to the crematorium earlier and I got this paper. Now, it talks about all of the different services that we could do. I can donate all of my 15 gold, but other than that I'm poor, so hopefully anyone else can donate.
Let me see what we have here. So I'm gonna look at the paper. What are the options there?
Yeah, the prices are quite generous. So even with 15 gold, you could get a pretty big deal. So remember, this is made for commoner people, and commoner people definitely don't have 15 gold. However, funeral expenses do cost quite a bit. So like a normal crematorium, just burning the body, only costs 5 silver. To have a proper funeral service, which means a mortician kind of preps the corpse to be presentable, And then also having a kind of funeral service will get you up to 10 gold. And then if you also wanted to be transported and taken care of, that will be an additional 2 gold. So kind of if you want to have a funeral after party, you can get up to 20 gold.
Jesus. Let me ask what those two want, and we can pay them their stead. How about that?
I will take the financial burden for this. I'm
Great.
more than capable.
I'll just cast message and let Naria know that we found services for Gorin. We're just wondering what you would like.
Oh, yeah, I think, well, just being able to say a proper goodbye before we take him to the ashes, I think is more than enough. I think Gorin wouldn't approve of too much of a fancy fit. He was more a straight goer, as he would call himself.
Very well. I'll pass along. So something simple.
Something simple. All right. Well then, I'm going to take my money pouch, put like 50 gold in my hand, and just give it to Jade and be like, this is to pay for the service, but this is also for you. Whatever's left over, just keep it for yourself.
Oh,
Please.
you don't have to do that, but
No,
that's
please,
a
I
lot.
insist. I insist. I know it sounds like it's a lot, but you've helped us a lot. You've earned this.
And to that
Inside,
point,
Jade's just jumping inside her mind. I'm not broke.
that would be a good feeling. But to that point, and I'll take off my Fate Weaver necklace, use prestidigitation to clean it up. I think everybody would agree you're part of the group now, and I'll give you my necklace.
Keep it, Fiera. I'm
Oh, you have
gonna
another
have
one?
I'm gonna go have another one made for Jade.
Well, you can give it to me then.
Your initials are engraved in the back.
Oh, I never looked. Put back up.
Well, thank you, Fiera. That means a lot. And
You're
thank
part of
you,
the group
Ezra.
now.
Thank you. So I'm gonna go back now. Yeah, I'm gonna go. If anyone wants to come with me, they can, but I can go myself.
I'll walk with you for a little bit as I go to the jeweler's place.
Okay.
Yeah, then you two leave the inn and make your way to your appropriate destinations. Do you do anything while you're going there? You can obviously talk with each other.
Thank you again for fully welcoming me into the group. I know I came at a really bad time. You lost a friend. It wasn't easy to let anyone in.
You're never going to replace Arya, but I think I can confidently say that your place is with us.
I appreciate that.
You know, losing Arya was like... It was literally losing a part of myself. It was extremely hard to let go of the person that meant the most in my entire life.
Believe me when I say I can understand.
That's
Why I fight so hard to protect people, because I wasn't strong enough to do it before.
that's what I've felt since I met you. That you understood. We never needed to talk about it, and you understood. And I'm grateful for that, because as you can see, we don't know what we're doing like 99% of the time. And so having someone that is strongly willed like you, it's very welcome.
It's nice to feel like I can trust people to have my back. And this group is comforting. I feel like we all complement each other in different ways.
I can say without a doubt in my heart that at the end of the day, you guys, you three, you're my family now. You know, dysfunctional, rambunctious, but we all have each other's back. And Cephicus was right for sending you our way.
I still can't believe he came. Like, I understand magic, but how did he know? I just don't understand.
I've learned to trust that the right people are going to be there at the right time. The way you came to us at the right time, Cephicus also came to us at the right time. It's something that I've had to learn the hard way, but if you trust in what and who you believe in, they're always going to be there for you.
That's the only thing that makes sense. I repeatedly asked my family to not let me be alone again. And then Zephyrus appeared. So I don't know.
I'm going to kind of wrap a little bit my arm around Jade's shoulder and tell her, we're never going to replace your blood relatives and the people you grew up with, but you're part of our family now. We're never going to leave you alone.
She kind of sarcastically says, "Oh, great. I'm always going to be tripping over books or 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 inventions or plants."
Yep. You're gonna have to deal with Irex mood swings and Fiera existential crisis, and
And experimenting
me.
on me?
No.
Because you guys warned me that that might happen, so I'm a little worried.
Like I said, we're a little bit dysfunctional, but we trust each other.
Okay.
Look, I'm glad you're here with us. And you're not gonna get rid of us easily.
Well, that's good because, well, I got advised to go back to my home because there's more evidence that could be found of what actually happened. And there's no way in heck I'm gonna be able to do that by myself. Plus, Fiora did say that she wanted to see the cavern, so...
Yeah, that area really interests me as well. Have I ever shared with you like I don't want to say my life purpose because I'm not like anyone important, but like what I hope to accomplish?
Not really, I just know that you're holy-ish mixed with plants.
Kind of. I want to learn and understand the way of our ancestors, because just like me, you are of Fey ancestry. Our ancestors come from the Feywild at some point. And we used to have a Fey court that ruled over us. And we used to believe in them. And we used to have this beautiful home. And then we came here. And then our ways were lost to the light. And ever since that happened, the magical weave has been dying. And I hope to help restore the weave. And from what I understand, our people used the caverns as their home at some point.
Okay.
So, I am also very interested in your home.
Well, it's dark.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. You're not called the Shadow Peeper for no reason.
That's for sure.
Yeah. Well, looks like the jeweler is right up this way. I'll see you in a little bit.
Yes. Yes. And we're just doing something simple, right?
Yes, something very simple. Just let's do just the transport and the cremation, and that's it.
Maybe like
And
a
then-
private viewing?
A what?
Like a private viewing before the cremation? So that they can say goodbye?
I think with the time that keeps going, I would prefer if we did said our goodbyes to him once he's cremated.
Okay.
I don't want to risk it. But yeah, let's transport him, have him cremated. Pick an urn that would fit with Gorn. Someone proud, simple, and loyal.
I think I could find something.
Thanks for doing this.
Someone has to.
And I'll break off too.
Yep. Alright. Anything happening between Fiera and Eirik?
Tila's up, right?
Yeah, but she's kind of reading a book.
Yeah. I think Fiera's kind of going through her spell book right now, just, trying to recover. But then just randomly out loud, just say, really use another set of hands for this spell. If only someone were available. Just opt into the room.
Eirik's been drawing some sketches in his book, and just without looking up, and just goes, "What do you need?"
Oh, I just could really use a nice, a set of hands. Somebody's that's small. Yours are probably too big. We may have to find someone that has, some free time. Really nice finesse hands.
What are you talking about?
Tila perks up. Is it?
Small hands? I have small hands.
Oh, a volunteer. Wonderful. Eirik, can I borrow your bag?
You're gonna have to explain yourself before I hand over my bag. Like, I trust you, but like...
Yeah, the spell I've been putting on it, I need to cast it again.
Alright.
Thank you. I'll go over to the bed, put his bag down, put my spell book down. Let me see your hands.
Kind of puts her book down and shows you her hands.
Here they are.
Good. Alright. Yeah, should do. And then I'll put a black bead in her hand. So inside this, be very careful. There's a spell inside, and I need it to come to fruition. So here, I'll kind of take her hands, make sure she's holding the bead tight. Put the bag in front of her.
Mm-hmm.
So this can protect from prying eyes. If somebody tries to look at Eirik's bag, and they have a unique set of skills, this can kind of cover it. So they think it's an ordinary bag. Actually, here, I'll open the bag and then put my hand through so she sees. It's a magic bag.
Oh. Yeah, I've seen those a couple of times.
Right, so we need to keep it safe. So here, alright, so you want to focus on the bead and think of keeping people at bay, keeping prying eyes at bay. You want to hide the magic of the bag.
Alright.
Kind of closes her eyes and squints like really hard. And then tries to cast a spell. After which, a short moment of the bead kind of shatters and then the spell gets casted. You can immediately see that her eyes like glow up and say,
Oh, wow. Did I do that?
Oh. Did it affect the bag?
it did affect the bag.
Okay. Good. Yeah, wonderful. Expected, yep. Yeah, it'll be a lot harder to see now. Good job.
Wow, it's my first spell I casted. That's a lot easier than I
Well,
thought.
it takes some practice. It's more, up here than, your muscles. Next time, maybe just try to relax a bit more.
Alright, alright. Relax more,
Right.
relax more.
Take that on
I might
notepad.
need your help tomorrow as well. But
Yes, please. Whenever I can, whenever I can.
good. Toss the bag back to Eirik.
Did you see that, Eirik? I casted my first spell.
I did see it. It's awesome. It's a great feeling, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like tingly. Oh, well, I can still feel it in my fingers. It's like a little bit numb.
Well, it was a job well done.
Wow. I'm gonna study much harder now. Yeah. I will never forget this day.
Takes a book back and starts furiously reading.
I go sit behind Eirik and just looking away. Grab a little bit of a tear. And I also cast my scroll case. Because those are my last 2 slots.
How many do you have left to do?
That's 22, so I have 8 more to
Oh.
go. Yeah, it's... Get in there.
Is it really worth it in the end?
I don't know.
I forgot
We'll find
what you
out.
were even doing it for.
Yeah, it's arcane aura. It makes a magic item look non-magical to those who can see magic.
Trying to
So-
keep it hidden, basically.
Trying to hide his bag and my scroll case that I put scrolls in. So,
Alright,
Yeah.
fair.
and then I go back to resting.
Okay. Then I guess Jade, what kind of service would you I guess buy or pay for?
So I would tell the person that we'd need the porter service or the retrieval service. Just a simple cremation, something, a nice urn for somebody that's loyal and tough, an overall genuine person.
Alright. That can be done. And I presume you wish to, in the moments before the body gets set ablaze, you wish a final viewing of the corpse?
I asked about that and my friends said no.
Very well. Well, as for the urn, I would recommend maybe this brass one. It is a strong color, serves its purpose, very durable. Or traits of a unyielding and loyal friend. I think it would serve him quite well.
And is it possible to get a nice plaque with his name on it?
Of course. What would you
And I'll just write his
Oh.
name on a paper. It says Gorin, strong and loyal forever friend.
That can be done. And for the entire services with the urn, it would run you at 13 gold.
I will hand over 13 gold.
Takes it. And then the couriers will be at your services as soon as possible, and you will have your funeral once everything has been prepared.
Thank you.
Was that? Presume you return back to the tavern,
Yes.
and I swear, soon enough, easy enough, you can just tell them to do the order again. He still has the sketch.
Yep.
Easy enough. You can just spend another 5 silver to create another Fate Weaver emblem.
Yep.
And unless anyone wants to do something specific,
Beer's out of gas.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Isorel is ready to crash and rest.
So's Jade.
Then I would say
Iric would probably fall asleep with his head like in his sketchbook, like mid drawing.
I would then say, yeah, you're resting, but as the kind of day comes to the end, I would assume you would you join the funeral of Goen?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I assume Feltrix and Snurry are both going, so
Yeah, they.
I would, but probably from a distance. Just
Yeah,
Okay.
I would probably like stay kind of a step behind, not like right in with them, just give them like the sanctity of being with their friend
yeah,
one last
not
time.
their funeral. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Derek?
Yeah, if everyone else is going, I'm presuming they'd probably wake me up for it.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna let you sleep and drool in your sketchbook.
Yeah. Then you all kind of probably also clean yourself up during that time, get a second set of clothing from somewhere that you have inside of your bag, because you know you're still were still bloodied and beaten up.
Press the station. You can
Yeah.
do wonders.
Isarel was wearing her commoner's clothes.
Mm.
She's whipping out the noble clothing for
Ooh.
this.
Yeah. Then you'll go towards the crematorium, where you kind of stand in like a back rooms where you have view of the kind of furnace behind the mirror, where the funeral attendants place Goran's body on top of the kind of metal sheet, where it then gets kind of pushed in to the furnace. We set ablaze while Tenaria and Viltrix kind of holding each other, looking as Goran gets pushed inside. And Viltrix says, "What be my longest friend? Met back in Collis. What troubled children up in Kondor. You going your own ways, Nosvan. Get into trouble still. Becoming a fucking gladiator. Greatest friend I could have asked for. I'm sure your father would have been proud. I know you always scoffed at the idea of being a hero. But goddammit, Goran, to me you were one. I'll never forget you, old friend. Tenaria just kind of its head. Yeah,
gonna miss you. All the jokes you made. Even though we didn't quite get along in the beginning. Your brutish strength has pulled us through a lot of hard times. And even now, in your very last moments, you still managed to save us. I will forever treasure the memories we had going. Like a big brother to me. And you can see that the funeral attendants set the oven ablaze. As the body of Groen gets turned to ash. And with that, gonna end today's session. Luckily, I guess it was going on none of you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
My gosh.
saved 2 of them.
Yeah, you did. You did. I mean, a chill
I mean,
ending after so many.
Isorel kept her promise. Isorel kept her promise she had made to... Was it to Goran? No, it was to Veltrix.
Probably Bellatrix.
Yeah, it was to Veltrix. She kept her promise to Veltrix. She did everything to keep them alive. That's all I can deal with.
Yep. I mean, it was a tough decision whether or not you should take them with or leave them there. But you pulled through and managed to save 2 of them. Even expending your own resources. Do so.
Yep.
Well, who knows? Maybe that will prove fruitful in the future.
Mm-hmm. I
Is it?
mean, we're gonna need allies, right? So,
Yeah. I mean, she will probably become a strong wizard in her time. He's got potential, and he's a sneaky boy.
yeah.
He's kind of bright too, so could be some good allies.
Yeah.
Yes. But finally, some peace.
Yes.
My God.
This rest that we finally have is gonna be like
It's
the greatest thing in the
started-
entire world.
Oh,
It
don't jinx
started
it.
so bad, and then
These
it
assassins.
just...
We made a very, powerful person very angry.
Yeah.
I think it's crazy that Jade was the only one that didn't fall to the...
Yeah, you're a paladin.
Yeah.
Don't kneel to other paladins.
And there is a reason Isorel called Jade strong-willed.
Have to be.
I mean, yeah, that's a charisma save for you. Charisma is straight willpower.
Yeah.
And the double nat ones that Matt and I got.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that was
God.
insane.
God, the fall.
That was
The
bad.
Fall.
That's incredible.
Mm.
Like, dice telling a story does not, that's the definition of dice telling the story.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, so good. So fucking good.
Well, that was like
Yep.
me and my like athletics. Like I was doing really good, and then toward the end, I was like struggling.
Yeah.
Yeah, was a wild ride. And we'll see how this is gonna continue. Open end, like and subscribe for the incredible roleplay also was happening here. A lot of very intimate moments, a lot of emotional moments, which I love to see. Always warms my heart. But yeah, I am also curious to see what your guys' plans are for the future of the
I'm just gonna stay there. We're done.
Yeah. So,
Yep. Let's all go hide in the library and
Until
do
it
as if
boils over.
nothing ever existed. I think for once we're all going to be in agreement. The library is the place to be.
Yeah. I'll just go back and forth from the library to the restaurant.
Yep.
Yeah.
The fancy restaurant with like 6 courses.
Of course.
Oh.
yes, now is the time to potentially gain more questions or answers of the things that you have
shit.
learned.
Yeah, we got a lot of options.
Yeah.
I have to take care of all of this right here. Like, this is all questions I have.
A lot
Only
of
that
questions.
Oh, there's more. That's the one
Yeah.
I remembered to tag.
Mhm.
Yeah. We'll see how
Sounds good.
sorting all of that out is gonna go. But from us, gonna say bye for now. And join back next week for episode number 60. Wow.
Woo!
Number 60, what a number. Alright, see you guys then. Bye.